What's going on, YouTube? This is Big Money Gooch, and I'm here today to talk about what are stocks. And first of all, I want to welcome you to the channel where, number one, we will never try to sell you a monthly subscription. Number two, anything I say, I will always prove facts to back it up. I will show proof always, and I will never just talk out of my bunghole, Number three, most importantly, I want you to always remember that God loves you all. Don't you ever forget it, okay? Now, before we get this video going, like I said, what are stocks? Okay, so I'm going to be telling y'all. A stock, also known as equity. Let's see what. Equity represents the value that would be returned to a company's shareholders if all of its assets were liquidated, meaning sold, okay, and all of the company's debts were paid off, okay. We can also think of equity as a degree of residual ownership in a firm or asset, subtracting all debts associated with that asset, okay. And let's go on back to what are stocks. Okay, what are stocks? Okay, a stock, also known as equity, is a security that represents the ownership of a fraction of the issuing corporation. Units of stocks are called shares. Okay, y'all know what shares are, which entitles the owner to a proportion of the corporation's assets. We all know what assets are. Asset would be meaning what does the company own that produces value to the business, okay? And profits equal to how much stock they own, okay? Profits equal to how much stock they own based on the share price, okay? So if a company is valued at 1.8 million, okay? We'll just say 1 million, okay? And their stock is $1 each. Well, that means they own 1 million shares, okay? Now, let's figure out what are technical analysis, okay? What is a technical analysis, and how do you use it in investing, okay? First of all, a technical analysis is a method of analyzing and predicting stock movements based on past market data, primarily price and volume, okay? So, a technical analysis is a trading discipline employed to evaluate investments and identify trading opportunities by analyzing statistical trends, okay, meaning past trends that, statistical trends, meaning past events that have occurred, okay, gathered from trading activities such as price movement and volume. There it is again, movement and volume. Unlike fundamental analysis, which attempts to evaluate a security's value based on business results such as sales and earnings. Okay. Technical analysis focuses on the study of, there it is again, price and volume. Okay. A lot of people don't know. They want to always tell you that you're wrong. But a technical analysis, also known as a chartist or market technician, is a securities researcher or trader who analyzes investments based on past market prices and technical indicators. Okay, now let's figure out what is volume in stocks. Okay, volume is simply the number of shares traded in a particular stock, index fund, or other investment over a specific period of time. So we know that it's a number of shares traded in a specific period of time. For example, as of October 27, 2022, the most actively traded stock based on a 90-day average was Advanced Micro Devices, with an average of 95 million shares traded per day. Okay, and some stocks do not trade the same. That's pretty good. 95 million a day. I'm going to have to check that out, okay? But let's figure out what is an illiquid stock. A liquid stock is a stock that cannot be sold for cash easily because it is not traded on a public market or in demand by other private investors. Often this means the stock can still be sold or traded, but only with a significant discount compared to the potential value it may represent. Okay? Meaning if it's not a stock sold on the NASDAQ, it would be a private investor stock, meaning you would have to be into the business to know, okay? Well, I'm pretty sure everybody knows what is an option, but I can do a video on what are options and how to do options. But today we're talking about stocks, okay? And an option is a contract giving the buyer the right, but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset at a specific price on or before a certain date. Listed options are all for 100 shares of the particular underlying asset, meaning if you buy one option, or if you buy one, if you buy one contract, then it equals 100 shares of the stock that you choose, okay? And you could either call or put. Let's go back. You can either, right here, you could either put option and call option, okay? We can do that in another video. We're not going to go all there yet. Okay, how do charts work? Charts enable you to visually compare multiple sets of data. Charts can help people better understand and remember information. Many people understand a picture more quickly than blocks of text. A compelling chart can help you make your point more convincingly and lend credibility to your presentation. Okay, let's figure out what are stocks and how do they work. Okay, a stock is a type of investment in a company. Companies issue stock shares to raise money in order to finance operational needs and to fuel growth. Okay, this is major news right here. Okay, everybody always says, oh, the CEO is diluting shares. Oh, it's a scam. All right, let's read right here. Investors buy those stock shares for the opportunity to generate a return on their investment. But what did it say right here? Companies issue stock shares to raise money in order to finance operational needs and to fuel growth. Okay, so when you hear a person on Reddit or StockTwits or whatever, if you're in Discord paying, I feel bad for you, but at the same time, if you hear someone saying, oh, it's a scam, they're diluting shares. No, they're not. They're doing what they're supposed to do. Just like I just said, a company issues stock shares to raise money. Let's just get that one right there. To raise money. That's the only reason a company would start making their business a stock, would start asking investors to invest in their business because they need your money to finance operational needs and fuel growth. Okay, it's nothing, there's no scam about that. Okay, and in order to regain compliance, okay, and didn't it say that? Okay, so let's read. What makes a business compliance with NASDAQ? In order to regain compliance with the minimum bid price requirement, a security must have a closing bid price of $1 or more for 10 consecutive business days. Okay, and how long do they need? Okay, if a company trades for 30 consecutive business days below the $1 minimum closing bid price requirement, NASDAQ will send a deficiency notice to the company, advising that it has been afforded a compliance period of 180 days to regain compliance with the applicable requirements. Okay, now I'm going to say a few things and then close off this video. We're already at 10 minutes. I just want to thank you all for watching, and if you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments, and whether you say good or bad, I learn from all comments. Okay, but I want to challenge you. you haters out there, everybody always got something to say. So I'm going to tell you, before you say anything hateful, do 500 push-ups. And if you can't do 500 push-ups, get your typing fingers off the phone, okay? Don't say nothing hateful, okay? Unless you can do 500 push-ups, then I want to hear what you got to say, okay? Otherwise, you have a weak mind and you don't deserve to be using them fingers for the wrong thing, okay? Unless you're trying to use them fingers to better someone else, okay? Just like I told you, do your 500 push-ups and then say all the hateful things to me, okay? But as always, this is Big Money Gooch, and I will see you guys when I see you guys.